August 26, 2025, Brussels, Belgium. In the heart of Europe's political capital, the European Commission has sent a message that resonates far beyond its glass headquarters. Europe will regulate technology on its own terms. This declaration, made just days after a hard-fought transatlantic trade deal with Washington, underscores the EU's determination to assert its independence in the digital age. The spark came from US President Donald Trump, who, without naming Europe directly, threatened new tariffs on countries he claims are unfairly targeting American innovation. His warning was blunt. Nations that, in his view, harm US technology will pay a price. For Brussels, this is nothing new. Trade friction with Washington has ebbed and flowed for years, from steel and agriculture to energy and defence. Now, technology is the latest battlefield. At a press conference today, European Commission spokesperson Paula Pinho left little doubt about the EU's position. In her words, it is the sovereign right of the EU and its member states to regulate economic activities on our territory, which are consistent with our democratic values. And to come to the second part of your question, this is also why this was not part of our agreement with the US, our recent agreement with the US. So these are separate questions, and we will proceed with the implementation of the framework agreement, which does not, and rightly so, does not cover this question. Her emphasis on sovereignty strikes at the core of Brussels' strategy. For European policymakers, regulating technology is not simply about competition or taxation. It is about democracy, values, and accountability. Officials insist that Europe's rules, whether on data protection, artificial intelligence, or online platforms, reflect choices made by European societies, not by foreign governments or corporate boardrooms in Silicon Valley. The EU has long claimed leadership in this arena. Its landmark General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR, set global standards for privacy and forced tech giants to rethink how they handle data. Now, a series of new laws on artificial intelligence, digital markets, and online content are building a regulatory framework that is as ambitious as it is controversial. For American technology companies, the implications are massive. Europe's single market of 450 million consumers is too important to ignore, yet access now comes with strict conditions, greater transparency, tighter competition rules, and the threat of billion-euro fines. Tech executives complain of over-regulation, warning that innovation could suffer, but European officials counter that without strong guardrails. Citizens' rights will always be vulnerable. The timing makes the clash even sharper. Only a week ago, both sides celebrated a new trade framework meant to reduce tensions. Yet, as Pinho noted, tech regulation was deliberately excluded from that agreement. The reason is now clear. Brussels and Washington knew the issue was too contentious, too explosive. As Trump brandishes tariffs and Europe doubles down on sovereignty, the question is whether compromise is even possible. For citizens, the debate is about more than tariffs or legal texts. It is about who controls the digital future: elected governments, multinational corporations, or foreign leaders. Tonight, one truth stands out. Brussels has spoken with clarity. For the European Union, tech sovereignty is not up for negotiation.
Of times that it is the sovereign right of the EU and its member states to regulate economic activities on our territory, which are consistent with our democratic values. And to come to the second part of your question, this is also why this was not part of our agreement with the US, our recent agreement with the US. So these are separate questions, and we will proceed with the implementation of the framework agreement, which does not, and rightly so, does not cover this question. On